just a second,
I'm
Michael?
going to say it's like probably 2 to 3 seconds, and that's it.
Okay, well, we may be live, but we're going to do the usual awkward pause and wait until I see it pop up on one of these devices over here. Starting to see comments flying up. Maybe we're live. Maybe we're not. Hey, all right, I'm seeing some stuff happening now. So it is now April the 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching this back later, by all means, leave a comment. We just may not respond to you immediately because, well, we may not be live. We do allow these live streams to play back for people that want to watch them later. We know that everybody can't make it on a Sunday afternoon at the exact time that we put it out. Plus, some people are sleeping right now on the other side of the world. So that's crazy to think about there. So thank you, everybody that watches this back later, and appreciate all of y'all that have jumped on tonight. So there's already quite a few people here. We've been chatting for a little while.
Comments.
Blake and Becky, thank you so much. They've done made two very generous donations. Truly do appreciate you.
Awesome, thank you.
Trying to support my fishing habit that hasn't been much of a habit for the last year. I want to go so bad. And yes, as soon as we get this CO, I really need to take some time to go. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to go fish because we've had I think we have had about a foot of rain over the last 3 to 4 weeks, now that I think about it. And everything is flooded here. All the rivers and stuff are crazy, so I may have to go try to find a few lakes or go out to the coast just to do a little fishing because we're underwater here. It's feast or famine. We went from dry and fires popping up all around Florida to now we're flooded the heck out. But I'd rather be flooded than dry, that's for sure. So welcome everybody, got quite a few people on. I'm trying to start getting in the habit of saying, hey, if you're new, by all means, let us know. Don't feel scared. Drop a comment. And don't get offended if I don't answer your comment because they're flying up so fast, I may not be able to catch it. Just ask it again. It's okay. Wait a few minutes, repeat it. Wait a few more minutes, repeat it. And eventually I may catch it. She's good at reading and seeing ones that are asked over and over.
Right.
But I apologize if I miss them. That's going to happen every single week. There's no way around it. We've got enough people getting on here now, enough comments flying around that I just can't answer them all. Plus, in case y'all haven't noticed, watching my videos, I can be a little long-winded and I like to talk. So yeah. So Pile Driver Outdoors, thank you very much. The Thermal Fund, yes. Yes. Yeah, I gotta add that one too. I said I was gonna have a piece of paper.
Hold on, I'm gonna write it.
All right.
Let me get a pen.
She's going to get a pen.
I meant to get one out.
There's one up in the little hanger that the keys are in. So we're going to start writing down these donations this week. Typically, I have to go back and watch, and then I've got a running tab in the phone. But people are actually donating to specific causes, so we want to make for sure that it goes to that. But thank you so much for that. Everybody knows that I have been dreaming about having a thermal scope for animal protection around here at the property. Well, some animals will protect, some we will not. We've got a horrible, and I mean horrible, coyote and predator problem here. As we move into chickens and goats and other things like that, we're going to have to work on some of that. Just a while back, we were having coyotes just running across the yard in the daytime here for quite a while. They got so bad. And not to mention those pesky armadillos that dig the entire yard up. Woo! So Chris says he has a question, when's the house going to be done? We don't know, Chris. We answer this all the time. And for all the new people, Chris is being a smart butt. That's just what he does. The house will get done when it gets done. How about that? So we don't have our CO yet. I know a lot of people watch the video. So what was it, Thursday or Friday? Yes, we passed all of our final inspections. We still have to do a blow door test that we're trying to get done this week. We still have to get our termite treatment, final treatment done this week. They were going to do it last week, but the rain just wasn't going to happen. And permanent power. I'm just waiting on the power company to call me now. They've been contacted. Once we get those things, I can go to the inspector's office, have him process the paperwork, sign my CO, and hand it to me. And I promise y'all are going to be the first ones to know. I'm absolutely going to let you know when we get the piece of paper. Oh, we can't wait. So I see everybody's Doug, Mr. Doug. So everybody's fan favorite, Mr. Doug is in the house tonight. So welcome, Mr. Doug. Thank you for chatting with us. I see we got Mr. Jimmy, Uncle Tim, as I call him, Mike, Crystal. We got a pile of people in the house, a bunch of regular faces, and I've already seen a couple people comment that maybe it's only their first, second, maybe third time here. Nice. So welcome. We don't bite too terribly hard. Don't be shy. Ask whatever question you got. Hey, so we'll just start off with Blake and Becky. They say, Tiffany, what's for dinner?
We are having roast beef sliders and roasted cauliflower on the Blackstone.
Roasted cauliflower?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Now her sliders, y'all, they're amazing. I don't think she's ever made sliders on the Blackstone though.
I thought I did. I thought I made chicken parmesan sliders on the Blackstone.
You may have now that we
Yeah.
think about that, and those are so good. This woman right here makes some killer sliders. One of her favorite things that she carries to like get-togethers and all that we go to, and I love them. We have got to get her cooking channel down the road, especially when she's going to actually have a house with a real oven here before long. But typically she bakes these things and she makes all kinds of sliders. Big Mac sliders, chicken parmesan sliders, roast beef sliders are probably her most popular. They're not
Ham.
ham. They're not overly difficult, and dadgum do they taste good. They taste amazing. So looking forward to that. So Ronnie wants to know, did I ever lube up the garage door? I sure did, Ronnie. Did that about 2.5 weeks ago, I think it was. I released that on the community tab for YouTube, but sadly not everybody has access to it. For some reason, it's for mobile users only. Plus, you have to hit that little bell icon by the subscribe button that's below any of our videos and turn on all notifications. I think that's the only way that you may get notified for community tabs. Otherwise, they may occasionally hit you with that. But yes, we for sure did. So we got Papa A's with what's up, shawties? We're doing good, Papa A. Welcome. He comes quite often. And Linda wants to know, when does the construction insurance expire? We have the CO before then. Yes, I tried to make sure I was ahead of the game. I have all this month. So the last day of this month is my last day of coverage. And it sounds like probably in the next week to 2 weeks, unless we have a hiccup with one of these final contractors, whatever you want to call them, whether it be power company or blower door test. Doesn't sound like we're going to have a hiccup. We shouldn't have a problem getting converted over to a traditional homeowner's policy before that expires. That's what I'm trying to rush toward, because I refuse to keep paying these ridiculous builder's risk insurance policies. But now I'm scared to death on what in the heck is a regular homeowner's policy going to cost. I don't have a clue nowadays. Stuff just seems to keep going up and up and up. And insurance is one of those things where you're just about forced to have it. We could self-insure, but if it were to burn down or have a problem, we'd be in trouble. We've spent our life savings getting to this point, so I guess we can't technically self-insure.
These gnats are bad.
Yes, it is the season.
They're like
as y'all can
crawling
see,
all in my hair.
as y'all can see, it's bloom behind us, and we'll be getting tons of rain. It is gnat weather. Y'all remember every year for about a month, 2 months of live streams, y'all see us doing this. Welcome to Florida. We grow bugs down here. We grow grass and we grow weeds.
We need to get your dryer sheet out.
Yeah, it's gonna blow off. Got a little fan going, but hey, we can put dryer sheets on. We don't care. 'Tis the gnat season, and we've got everything out here going. I've even got Avon Skin So Soft rubbed all in my hair, and it don't seem to be working. Ooh. All right, let's see what else we got here. So, Tiffany, Becky wants to know if you can anything out of the garden or do any fermentation.
Well, I help Andrew.
Yeah, she helps me. I'm the canner in the household. Tiffany doesn't do a whole lot out of the garden. She cooks it, but for some reason I'm the one that's went toward canning.
Yeah.
And any fermentation, no, I've never really got into that.
Maybe
and
one day.
I do limited canning, but now that we're about to have a pantry and can clean out my processing room that's out here in the shop that's got washer and dryer and everything else in the world in it, I can get more into the processing side of things, because that's what the heck I built that room for. So eventually we're going to get there. So Joshua says, as long as it's not no-see-ums. Woo, buddy.
Oh.
We'll occasionally get them here, but we're about 30 to 40 miles from the coast. Sometimes they'll blow in with a south wind. But our friends that aren't too terribly far to the west of us, they're way away from the coast too. But oh my goodness, the no-see-ums have been horrible there the last year or two. I don't know what's going on. Anybody that doesn't know what a no-see-um is, it is a gnat that you can't see that has teeth this big. And when they bite you, oh, I hate them. They drive you crazy because you can't even see them. They're so tiny, but they leave a heck of a bite. Well, like I said, welcome to Florida. I feel like we're Australia number 2. We can grow some crazy critters right here. Woo, can we?
So we got the zapper back out again, it sounds like.
Yeah, oh, great. Well, it is the season for the zapper. Although I think the little gnats will probably fly right through that thing. Yeah, gnats and skeeters, we grow them. Thermacell doesn't work great for gnats. I agree. I haven't had very good luck with Thermacell for certain types of gnats. Excellent for mosquitoes, yellow flies, somewhat. Speaking of yellow flies, I think that's next month. It blooms here.
Great day.
Oh, we get a horrible yellow fly
It's
bloom.
like Jumanji.
Yeah, Jumanji.
With bugs.
Yeah. But it only lasts for about 1 month. But they will carry you away. But I tell y'all what, by then, we may be in the house doing a live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to make that happen. Come on, Starlink. Oh my goodness,
Yes.
come on. We're about to fire up Mr. Doug's bug zapper over there too, but for some reason I mounted it over by the Blackstone so we don't turn it on when we're cooking because, well, it attracts bugs, and put some right there on the Blackstone. What? I heard something too. Thought it was Bullet. Bullet's out there eating some nuggets. So Uncle Tim wants to know what's the temperature. It is 78 degrees right now. Looking over at our thermostat, been a beautiful day. We've had a nice steady breeze. It was a little cool this morning, and as y'all can see, I actually mowed the entire yard today. First mowing of the season because it was starting to get kind of nasty. So it's been a very busy day, and she has spent the entire day mopping, cleaning, dusting, cleaning windows, prepping that house and kind of getting it ready.
Nesting.
Yeah, for us to potentially get to move in here before long. It needed a deep
yes.
cleaning, and she spent quite a bit of time doing that today. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. All right, there was a question I wanted to answer. Where is it? Man, y'all have got so many. What's our plans with the camper after the house is done? Sell that son of a gun. We're probably going to sell it very soon. As soon as we get the CO and get stuff moved out of the camper,
It's gone.
I'm putting it up for sale. One, we need the money to continue to do work on the house. And two, I would like to have my building space back. That thing is taking up so much room out there. We don't really need it. So yeah, we're going to sell that thing. We've already got a few people that we've promised in line first dibs at it supposedly. So we'll kind of see how this whole thing works out. But we could really use that money to put into the house. I kept saying we're going to use that money to go toward like a front deck or outdoor kitchen, and some of it may go there, but lumber's so crazy right now, we may just have to wait regardless.
Yeah.
We're not just going to go blow the money on high price stuff when we can wait. There's so many other projects that we can do. A lot of talk. So Pile Driver says he uses his Rio Link cameras for varmints. I have been considering using mine for that as well. Once we do that. And Mike Miller says we got a shout out from Daniel again during his live stream. Did we? Yeah, I seen Daniel pop up just a little bit ago. I didn't know he did Sunday afternoon live streams. That must have been something new for him, but we were too busy getting ready, getting dressed, and getting set up for our live stream.
That's cool.
So I appreciate Daniel doing that.
Yes.
Yeah, I just had to chat with him. So, interesting. I'll have to go check it out, replay his live stream later tonight. So, yeah, we truly do appreciate Daniel. Great guy. Absolutely a great guy. So, how bad was the Armadillo Village when you mowed? Horrible. Actually, there was quite a few holes that I bounced around through in here in the yard, but y'all have no idea how bad it is out in that pasture. I'm talking 30, 40 holes that I seen the other day riding around. I don't have a clue how many is out there. It's just crazy. Now, what was bad today, I bet you, and I'm not lying when I say this, I bet you I drove over 500 ant mounds out here in the few acres I mowed today. I don't think I'm being sarcastic when I say 500, like hitting them every couple feet. So I left my old set of blades on from last year, and I've been working on the ants like crazy the last couple weeks too, from granules to very powerful sprays that I purchased. I've spent a lot of time working on ants, but it's going to be a constant work in progress. Now, once you start mowing weekly, the ants aren't so bad, because after you knock their home down over and over and over, they kind of tend to move off, I guess, go out in the woods. But, woo, I don't know. 'Tis the country life. Let's just say that.
And yes, to answer Crystal's question, yes, we do have a fan, but
Yeah,
these gnats are coming by 20.
We got a little DeWalt fan running right now, but I can't turn it on full blast because, well,
Yeah.
you would hear it in the camera.
Plus, they're just everywhere. They're swarming us right now.
The price you pay for living in the country. Yeah. I'll take it. I'll take the crazy gnats over crazy neighbors. How about that?
Right.
Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see here. I see quite a few people talking back and forth. Let me read over some of these while y'all are having your own conversations, which is great. This is a community here. That's what we're supposed to do. And Chris wants to know, are we moving the washer and dryer to the house? Yes, probably going to work on that this week or next weekend, so we don't have to continue to bring laundry all the way over here.
Yes.
I was kind of waiting to see how the old CO is going to go right there before we get too terribly much moved over there. Plus, our hands have been full. We've already been cleaning out and doing so much stuff. I literally brought out probably a semi-load of boxes today, it looked like. Been trying to burn those when the wind lays down, and I saw all the cleaning that she's doing, so it's just going to be a constant work in progress. Plus, we have so much stuff going on this week as it is. And then we've got 2 days of pretty significant rain and thunderstorms are calling for again every single week for last month and a half. Yeah, it's like 80-90% calling for up to 2 inches of rain one day. So, whew, yeah, Mother Nature's getting us. So let's see here. Dan says Pup is doing biz in the back. Oh,
yeah.
Bullet. It is what it is. We can't help it.
His yard.
Yeah. He typically doesn't do right there.
Well, he was over there by the water pump, but maybe,
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Well, that is his special spot. Typically, there's high grass over there, and he loves something about high grass. Although I mowed it down today, but he never goes right here where we walk. He knows better than that. So, Demand Your Health says, can you move stuff in right now? We can, but we technically don't have the CO, so we can't go moving the whole world in. Excuse me. But we had a deep freezer out here and things like that. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and move all of the house. We can go hang TVs. All that stuff's good. But I think personal belongings and actually moving in, I don't know where the rules are on that. I think you have to have the piece of paper, even though the inspector says, yeah, we're going to sign your paperwork, but we got to get a few more official things done. So full move-in, no, technically. Moving stuff that's been out in the shop in, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't see any problem with that whatsoever. There's no rule against that I'm aware of. So Jeff wants to know, when do I normally plant my garden? Well, about 2 weeks ago would be when I normally plant it. I am very behind. I've been watching the weather, and they were calling for all these back-to-back storms, and they didn't wind up bringing the cool weather I was expecting. Plus, life's been busy trying to finish up the house, and it has rained a lot, so that has canceled a lot of my days. I can't just go and plant this year because it's time to freshen up my beds. I didn't make the compost that I needed, so I've got to go borrow a dump trailer, go buy a bunch of compost, come back, dump that off, load the beds up, then I can plant. Otherwise, I'd have been unplanted right now. I'd have planted today. I've got all my seeds and everything, but I've got to go get that compost. I'm going to try to do that this week, but they're calling for 2 to 3 days straight of rain and everything else going on. Maybe by the end of the week, I can have it going because I need to be planted now. I really do. I already have friends that has plants and corn up this high and beans up this high. I'm really behind. But I planted early last year, and then we had a frost right about Easter that burnt my garden up. So you just don't ever know when to plant in Florida. You could plant in January, or you may get 5 or 6 more frosts. You don't know. That's just the way it is. Do we ever cook on a pellet grill? No, we do not have one, but I am very curious about one. They're extremely expensive, so we probably won't get one anytime soon, but I'm starting to think that may be the perfect choice for what we need on the back porch coming up. I talked to y'all about getting an oven on the back porch, but I think I've talked myself out of that for mice and rodents and bugs. But the pellet grill may be perfect because it's electric. You can plug it in, basically use it as an oven, control your temperature, or you can throw the pellets in and smoke. But if y'all watch the channel a little bit, y'all know that I really love smoking over actual wood. Not saying I wouldn't use a pellet grill for that. I would, because it's nice and convenient. So we'll probably get one. We will, but we've got other things to spend our money on right now. We absolutely do. Let's see what else we had here. Goodness, these comments are flying in. So Denise said that Daniel was the one that introduced you to our channel. Yeah, we still absolutely 100% appreciate Daniel for what all he did for us. Like I say, he's a great guy. I still talk to him from time to time, and he is the same guy on the telephone as what y'all see on TV. He is just down to earth, as calm, cool, collective as can be, and has a great outlook on life. Wonderful guy, really is. So Cash says he's doing smoked brisket with mac and cheese and cheddar bay biscuits today. He said actually got veggies.
Veggies.
Wow,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever.
Are you gonna eat those veggies?
No,
Dad?
he ain't gonna eat them. I know he ain't. I've never seen Cash talk about cooking vegetables. Glad you get some vegetables in your life. How about that? So yeah, I see Crystal, by far our biggest cheerleader, telling everybody if you would hit the thumbs up if you like these live streams and videos, things like that. That helps YouTube see, hey, there's interaction going on right here. Comments do the same thing, subscribing to the same thing, and then they recommend your content more. That's really the way this thing works. Let's see here. So John says he isn't new to the channel, but this is his first live stream.
All right, welcome.
Well, congratulations for making it live. We appreciate you having you on there. So Dan asks, what about the railing? Well, that's been a very, very popular comment today. I've been trying to get caught up on all the tons of comments from that video. So nothing major was even mentioned about it, nothing at all. And I think it's because, well, that's still technically attic space. It's almost like a display area you see in homes where people have an open attic space. Had I built stairs up to it, I think that would completely have reclassified it as loft, and 100% railing would have been required, no ifs, ands, or buts. So that since there's no technical access up there, it wasn't a problem. And I was willing to even go screw plywood on both sides of the door, completely seal the area off, and just have it as open attic space if I needed to. But it didn't wind up being an issue, but I know it would have been if I had went ahead and built the stairs. No doubt in my mind about it.
Just kind of gave me a thought about something for the door.
Huh. You doing no plywood door?
No.
That better not be your thing. I ain't doing no plywood attic door. Come on.
No.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out the attic door. I want to go buy, I would love to do a 2-panel door like this in the house, but I got to cut it. And then you're going to cut right through the panels. And
I have a good idea.
Don't think it's going to look good.
We'll talk about it later.
All right, so she's got an idea of something else for me to build.
And
Another
then you have to
project
give
coming
me
on the channel.
credit for it if you do it.
All right, we'll see. So whatever happened to the fat wood candles? That house over there is what happened.
Yeah.
I've got so much experimenting and playing and stuff I want to follow up on. I'm just now getting to the ice maker, which I've been testing the ice maker for about a week and a half. Honestly, I actually just dropped ice right now. I don't know if y'all heard it. And by the way, spoiler alert for y'all, I was going to post it tomorrow. I just broke my all-time ice production record. So I was pretty happy about that.
Right.
I was out here woohoo with myself this morning when I crunched the numbers and ran my test. But fat wood candles, I still really want to work on them. I want to do some stuff there. I think that'll go great in the house when I do custom built furniture. I want that smell in the house. I'm going to perfect that. I really am. I'm going to work on it. I'm just going to keep a running list of fun projects to do after this house gets off my list. We're still far from done. The house still needs to take priority even after we move in because, well, we don't want to live out of totes and everything else and boxes forever, that's for sure. So for ants and other pests, look for a product called Diatomaceous Earth. Yep, I've been using it for years. Have it over here. Here's the problem. It's Florida. It rains about every day, it seems like, plus you're watering all the other days because it's so hot, and you have to apply Diatomaceous Earth every single day. Now, it'll stay up on the underside of leaves. I even have a handheld blower to put it out. I agree, it's great stuff. It really is, but it doesn't stop all these crazy Florida bugs. But it's a great thing to add, and you're correct, 100% safe. So, Anthony says, who do you contact to get the blower door test done? You would be surprised. It's been extremely difficult to find somebody. Luckily, somebody mentioned, hey, you need to talk to the guy that did your spray foam insulation. A lot of times, those guys will do it. Well, I contacted him. He says, yes, I do run that test. I have the equipment. He says, I don't know of anybody else in your area that runs those tests.
I'm surprised he didn't
I found
look at that whenever he did it.
I don't know, but I found that extremely odd because it is now mandatory here, and nobody knows of anybody that does the test. This guy's coming from many counties away, luckily, to do mine. Thank goodness he's going to work me in on his schedule, but it's crazy. I don't know what the heck's going on. It's so new and just become mandatory. I guess there's just not a whole lot of people in the business unless you're either in, it sounds like some people in HVAC could potentially do it, but maybe if you're more into the ceiling of a home and insulation business, sounds like those guys are kind of the ones to contact. So Uncle Tim says he just can't get his head around man candles. Well, wait till I perfect it and send you one, Uncle Tim, and your house smells like fat wood lighter. You're going to love it. You're absolutely going to love it.
He just had this idea, he started smelling the lighter, and he was like, man, this just smells so good. He's like, I want to use this.
Yeah. I love fat wood lighter smell so much, I'm tempted to cut a fresh hunk out of a stump and go pull my return vent off that goes to the HVAC and stick it in there and put the return vent back and just have that smell blow through the house.
It smells like pine sol, so I can just pour you a little glass of pine sol.
It smells way better than pine sol. Don't you dare. It smells way better. But yeah, it kind of smells like it. So Chris says, did I ask the inspector who does blower door tests? That's the crazy part. I asked him several weeks ago, and he told me he didn't even know. That's how new it is and how mandatory it just became. Hasn't been, that he didn't even know anybody. But yeah, typically they can recommend anybody in a heartbeat. So it's been kind of a weird scenario. I guess it's that new, so who knows? Let's see what else we got here. Isn't that just beans around? What are y'all having your own conversation? I'm trying to go through your stuff there, and I don't know what the heck they're talking about. Beans around a campfire, and what are we talking about? So Demand Your Health says, what's the purpose of the blower door test? That's to either pressurize or pull a vacuum on your home. I hope they pull a vacuum to test because, well, I have flappers for all my exhaust vents, and a vacuum would seal them up. But basically it tells them how leaky your house is. Did you do a good job of sealing it? Is it energy efficient? You know, as the world starts moving more toward energy efficiency, I think it's a great test to have. This is going to start holding people accountable for building better sealed homes. We've always heard a leaky house is a good house. That is crap. That is pure crap and excuses that people have used to build, well, a leaky home, to cut corners, to not seal tape seams, to leave lights and gaps around exterior electrical boxes. You see that in homes all the time, and that stuff is always passed. Well, guess what? That's blowing your conditioned air out that you paid money for, and it's pulling bugs and everything else in, humidity, all that stuff. So the blower door test now is holding people accountable for making sure you seal the home up better, and you have a certain range and score that you have to be in. Otherwise, I guess you just don't get your CO. I'm not thinking I'm going to have a problem with that as well as I've sealed the house up. The only thing that I'm curious about is we have three huge 6-inch vents to the exterior. Fresh air intake, our bathroom exhaust vents, and my microwave hood vent. So I was
thinking about that macaroni and cheese.
Mac and cheese, yeah. So that's why I'm hoping they're going to pull a vacuum. So those flappers on those will actually pull tight and get a true test of the home. We'll find that out, I guess, this coming up week, hopefully. Let's see. So question, Cash says, did I go back to see what the thermal scope fund was up to? Cash, I ain't gonna lie to you, buddy. I did not. But Tiffany just brought out this fancy notepad, and we're starting to write it there on it, and that has triggered me. I absolutely will go back and put that on there. And as soon as I'm talking to him, boom, $25 to the thermal scope fund right there. Thanks to Mr. Cash. If I'm trying to remember, I know we were at least at 60 last week. I will go back and watch it because it will show replays and the little bar up top with the amounts. And I typically do that usually every Sunday night or Monday. I did get sidetracked this week. I had inspection and everything else on my mind, but I will watch it. Thank you, Cash. We truly appreciate it. Appreciate the thermal scope fund. And if you don't mind, go ahead and put me some of that mac and cheese in the mail. Send that out to me as well, please. Put me an ice pack in there. I don't want to be bad before it gets here.
There was a comment up there that we missed, and it was a pretty good comment.
I've missed tons of them. Go ahead.
Answered it before, but I think it was MFD asked, is there anything that you would do differently now that you built the house?
Oh, anything I do differently? Yeah, there's always some stuff you do differently. I was just thinking about this the other day.
More electrical?
Yeah, I would do more outlets, more electrical. No, not really at all. Everybody that comes over says, you got enough outlets? That's actually about what's required for code right now, but I got a ton of circuits.
I think the one thing that we would have done differently that we thought of after the fact was doing some kind of, which we talked about this last live stream too, doing some kind of storm protection inside the home.
Maybe I would.
Yeah,
but
we still very well could.
We could if we ever do an addition, and we are set up for an addition. The only thing that scares me about the storm shelter inside is if the house were to actually collapse on it. You've got to really think on how you'd get out of there, have some tools, jacks and stuff ready for that. But it would be nice to have a very quick, small storm shelter inside in case that tornado warning pops up on your phone and you got 60 seconds or less. That's something maybe I wish I had beefed the closet up like crazy. I don't have any true regrets, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm happy with the way the house is. I'd have to think on that. I'd really have to think on it. We have to get in there and kind of really sit around and use it to see if something sticks out. I can't say nothing's really sticking out, but I'm sure there's going to be regrets. Absolutely there is. And there's bugs everywhere.
I know. If you see us flapping and stuff, it's not, we're just trying to get
Karate
bugs
chop.
out of our eyes.
Now the fan is sucking in bugs and shooting them at me.
Oh, are they?
Yes. All right, let's see here. So Steve says he finally made a live stream. Welcome, Steve. Thank you for chatting with us. And let's see here. Get a score below 1 with how well your house is built. That's what Justin says. I was just talking with Casey over at Henderson's How To, And he was telling me today, anything below a 1 is like an insanely sealed house. I'm not thinking I'm going to be a 1, but I don't know. We'll see. I've definitely done a good job of sealing it, but I was hearing pretty much anything below a 3, and I'm seeing some people say 2.5 is considered a well-sealed home. So as long as I can be below a 3, I'll be happy. I'm just curious about how all these big 6-inch vents going through the side of the house, they're there for reasons. They need to be there. I'm curious what factor they're going to play in how leaky a house is. Like I said, if they pull a vacuum test, well, those flappers were closing. They're still going to leak some. That's just the way it is, but I should be good. I don't know. I'll let y'all know. We'll see how this turns out. Let's see here. Man, I have missed a ton of comments. Sorry. Daggone, they flying in and out. So, Mr. Gray, thank you so much. Sorry he's been having more fun chatting with the community here tonight. Hey, that's what it's here for. It doesn't have to be about us. Y'all chat. We can walk off, leave y'all alone, let you do your thing.
We're all friends here, yes.
We are all friends. He said, but I'm still listening, enjoying the live stream. Can't wait for the CEO to be official. Thank you so very much
Thank you.
For your donation. And he is one of our newest Patreon members. Mr. Gray has always been such a kind person to talk to. Shoots emails over, even though I keep staying way behind on emails, but I tried to do some catching up this week. But thank you. You're always a joy to talk to, without a doubt. Let's see here. So, Dirt Racer says you could put a storm shelter next to the home with 2 exits, one at the house and one to, exit outside. That's always a possibility as well, and something we could do if we decide to do an addition down the road. We are considering an addition. We've always talked about that. We set the house up for it. We've got septic run out the back. Everything
way later though.
Everything's set up for that. But yeah, that's going to be after we put savings and checking back, rebuild that.
There's a lot of things on the list way ahead of that.
There is tons of things on the list. We got to get animals. We got to get animal shelters. We got to do fencing. We got to do a deck. We want a pool. We want a fire pit area. We have a ton of wants. We want to deck the underside porch ceiling. The list goes on and on and on. We have way more wants than money. 'Tis the problem most people have in life. Right. So we're going to slowly work through our list over the next several years and share all that with you. That's why I keep telling everybody we have tons of content coming. We just got to find that money tree. So when the camo flip-flops coming out, hey, ain't a bad idea. I do love me some flip-flops, man. I'm in Florida. You're supposed to. No plans for flip-flops just yet. Too many people make fun of me. All you northerners. Every time they see me in a video of flip-flops, that's so unsafe. Yeah, well, sweating to death down here in Florida is unsafe too, so I'm going to be in my shorts and flip-flops.
Sliding in your shoes from your feet being hot and sweaty.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. So if your spray foam contractor is doing the test, I doubt you will fail. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not going to fail me, being he's the one that sealed my house up. But I went above and beyond what he did to really seal it up. I have no concerns of failing at all. But am I going to get these 1 or less numbers some of y'all are saying? I don't know about that. But
it'll be an interesting video.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I have no idea. Hopefully he'll let me record it. If he won't, he won't. It's just the way it is. We'll see. So Mr. Doug says, good people here? Well, some of us. Some of us.
What are you talking about?
He says there's good people here. Some. There's this Chris guy that for some reason keeps popping up every week. Always smart, but oh, look, there he is. There he is. Question. I want the house done. That's not a question. That's a demand.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, perfect timing. See, Mr. Doug says, good people here. Yeah, that's what I said. Everybody but that Chris guy who's always hounding me. All right, Chris. The house is going to get done.
Now he's talking about your painted toes and your flip-flops.
Oh, goodness gracious. Here we go with that then. Get some steel-toe Crocs. I do like the sound of that. That sounds pretty good. Oh, yep, there he is. There he is, blowing it up. All right. Chris is hilarious. Don't egg him on. Don't blow his head up more than it already is. Don't do that. So Blake and Becky says, is the storm shelter ready? Yes, we actually spent quite a bit of time out there last week because we've been getting, Florida's been getting a lot of tornadoes.
Sketchy stuff here lately, so we wanted to have it ready.
Once a week, we're getting slammed. Tornadoes keep popping up over there where Casey lives in Panama City. It seems like every week there's tornadoes going through there. Some's been hitting down south. So we got out there and got the inside prep. She did a deep cleaning on it. I got a dehumidifier running out there now. We kind of just checked everything. We got some kitty litter and a toilet out there now, if y'all know what that may be for. The last thing to do is I'm going to put some earth augers in the ground and bolt it to the structure, but I'm seriously not concerned about that thing turning over. It's on an 8-inch thick slab. And not to mention the wood itself weighs thousands of pounds. So I think we're going to be really good to go there. So Mr. Doug, thank you very much, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Always, generous Doug, I call him. Always so generous. He says, here we go to the flip-flop fund. I guess we better write that down.
Flip-flop fun.
Now, is that for us making flip-flops or for me buying a pair of flip-flops? Because, hey, that fund's already covered. We need to go buy the flip-flops. So Kevin says, come to Pennsylvania. As long as it's not snowing, people wear flip-flops. I like it. Flip-flop people's my kind of people. Old Florida foot thongs is what I call them. Daggone. There's Mr. Doug again. He says, this is Tiffany's flip-flop fund. So that must be our personal flip-flop fund.
Okay.
So I get 50, you get 25.
Well, you got to have the work ones and
That's right.
play ones.
And steel-toe flip-flops probably are quite expensive, and I'm going to have to shop around to find those. I'm sure they are probably actually made. I thought about making a pair a few years ago, taking some old work boots, cutting the steel-toe out when people were really hounding me about wearing flip-flops while I was working in the garden and stuff. And I was going to glue a pair of steel-toes on the end of my flip-flops and be like,
that would have been awesome.
safe now. What you thinking? What's the problem? Oh, goodness gracious. There's Mr. Doug again. He said the other half of the flip-flop fund.
Oh, okay.
So you get 25 per flip-flop, according to Mr. Doug. Well, thank you. That'll buy us a nice pair of flip-flops. We don't have to go shopping at Walmart or the dollar store with that kind of money. Oh, thank you so much, man. You're always so generous. So Joshua says, Grundens make a flip-flop with C-deck bottoms. That sounds like an expensive pair of flip-flops, but it sounds like a nice pair of flip-flops, too. So the big tree behind us and to our left, maybe 100 yards back, I guess you're talking that one right there. What kind is it? That is an oak. I tried looking it up. I think it could be a water oak or a laurel oak. I was looking it up a while back, trying to look at the leaf. The leaf doesn't necessarily look like laurel. My father thinks it could be an old big water oak. Sadly, those don't live the longest. But believe it or not, it doesn't look very big. However, if you get close up to it, oh, the thing is just gigantic.
Yeah.
I measured it one day, and it's just, I don't know, like 8, 10, 12. I forget how many feet around it was. But if it's a laurel oak or in the red oak family, it was like 200 years old based off the dimensions that I took. You had to do it 5 feet up, all these special measurements. It's a huge tree. The camera does not do it justice. When I go stand up beside it, the tree is still on either side of me like this.
Oh, yeah.
It's just gigantic, man. But it's blooming out like crazy now. I guess I can tilt the camera up now that the sun is setting some, but y'all check that out. It just exploded in growth over the last few weeks, putting on leaves everywhere. Spring is in the air, without a doubt. So Blake and Becky says, hats coming for summer. New logo for the channel. Actually, Tiffany's kind of been tinkering with the logo for the channel here lately. She's been really pestering me about that. Hats, they definitely need to come. I did do a little more looking recently. I am struggling finding a company, let me turn this back down a little, that will actually ship the hats out for me. So they'll take the order, process it, and ship it. I'm just not set up. I don't have a warehouse here. Can't really store a whole lot of them. And it's so far to town, so expensive for me to go ship a hat out every day or even multiple times a week. Plus, like my local post office, it cost me $15 to ship a single hat. It's just outrageous. I need a company that y'all can go to, just like our apparel. Hey, I want this one. They'll make it, ship it right to you.
So we definitely don't have time to be.
No, maybe eventually down the road we can order a few $1,000s worth of hats and have a spot set up out here and then ship them out, but that's just not in the works for us right now. So we really are looking for that. We need a, I guess it's a drop ship company or however you word that.
Now, Tom, is that a company that you're saying that will do that?
Well, here's the thing about Bunker Branding. I looked at them a while back. I'm very familiar with them, but I think they require you to have a much larger channel than us to actually work into their platform. That's how it used to be, but now that they've gotten bigger, maybe that's not the case. Maybe I should check them out again. But they required pretty large YouTube channels to pick you up and support you a while back, like much higher than us. And that's old Demo Ranch guy. I used to watch him a lot there. He actually ventured off and has been extremely successful. Oh my goodness. He's doing very, very well with that Bunker Branding right there. All right, so Jody just jumped on all the way from down under in Australia. I think it's already Monday there, which is just so weird to think about. I'm telling you, send me the lottery numbers for today up here, please. That'd be great. Let's see here. An old rope swing, says Crystal, to the oak tree. That would be awesome. I'm a little nervous about hanging stuff from it. I know a lot of people are constantly saying doing swings and stuff. I don't want to break any of those limbs. And I could put a rope around it. I'd have to be conscious about constantly loosening it, though, so it just doesn't cut off any part of the tree. I just don't want to do nothing to hurt it. That tree took a heck of a beating with the tornado 2 years ago, broke a bunch of limbs in it, and it's still got some that are finally dropping out of there. We've had several tropical storms that's broke some limbs in it, so it's been under a lot of stress and shock over the last couple of years. Plus all the clean out that we did, yes, that helps it, but it does stress the tree out, put it through shock as well. So I'm probably going to leave it alone right now. Farm Focus, In-Shane Design.
I took a screenshot.
Okay, all right, she's writing all that down. Hey, I appreciate the suggestions. So Brad says Sugarfoot in Moultrie, Georgia. Not sure if they drop ship. Well, we'll have to check them out as well. Moultrie not too terribly far away from us. So Bobby says, you've been hit once, that's prevention enough, plus tornado love trailers over houses. Well, we're trying to get rid of our camper trailer, and hopefully it'll leave that house alone right there.
Right.
Because I am concerned about that huge porch right there becoming a cell. That roof would catch a lot of wind right there. We don't need a tornado, we absolutely don't. Ooh. So branding, I'm definitely familiar with him as well. I don't know. I think that's going to be another one of those situations where you're going to have to probably be much larger than me, and they're going to want a much larger order to process that. But who knows? I'll look into those as well. So Ann Arbor says Crystal. All right. Well, thank y'all for the suggestions. We'll look into it. Somebody asked what's for supper again. I'm going to let you talk. I'm tired of talking. I got cotton mouth.
We are going to make roast beef sliders and roasted cauliflower on the Blackstone.
There you go.
Yes, I needed something a little bit easier today with all the cleaning I've been doing. It was a rough day today with all the chores.
Yeah.
So
I still see people talking about the oak. No, it's definitely not a live oak. It doesn't have the bark. It's much smoother. Live oak has that old thick, just gnarly looking bark. We have tons of live oaks down here. It's looking more like an old big water oak. Like I said, I thought it was a laurel oak. They get really big and grow a bunch of limbs out like that, but the leaf just doesn't really look like a laurel oak to me. I see people talking heritage oak. Heard of them. I have to go look in there. I don't know if heritage oak is part of the live oak family or what. This looks more maybe in the red oak family. Just not really sure. There's oak families that have 10, 15, 20 different oak species underneath them. So I'm not 100% sure what it is. So Blake says we're selling ourselves short on the merchandise, or Blake and Becky, one of them says that. We may be, but those companies are looking for huge turnovers, huge orders, just based off of how we've sold merchandise like this and all over the last year. I don't think we can get them a large order in. I just don't think we can commit to it at all. So it's just one of those things. That's all part of growing. As the channel gets bigger, We'll start opening up more doors. We'll probably eventually start processing our own merchandise because you make a ton more money that way, but you have to invest thousands up front and you have to have the space to store everything. And then I have to either get FedEx, UPS, or Postal Service to commit to come out here and picking up orders every day because that's the bad part about living out in the middle of nowhere. I can't drive way off the town 20, 30 miles every day dropping off stuff to ship. That just would never work for us. So I have to find somebody that can do that. And eventually we're going to move toward that. We really are, without a doubt. Hopefully the thing blows up so big that we put another shop over there or something that's just for that.
Right.
Yeah, a guy can dream, can he?
Right.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see what else we got here. Still talking about the oak. I'm reading y'all's questions. It's a perfect oak, says Jay. I agree. That is a perfect oak out of the perfect oak family. Oh my goodness. So LaShawn says in Las Vegas, homes are going for $265 a square foot plus. Oh, wow.
That is crazy.
And it's looking like we're going to wrap up in the 60s. 60-something a square foot for ours slab. That ain't even true under roof. That's less than under roof. Now, yeah, we got a lot of porches, but still. we wouldn't even break 100 if 100 a square foot if all that was, living space, heated and cooled. So that's just crazy. The world is going nuts with prices here lately. Absolutely nuts. So when is the first live stream from the house? I guess probably after we get to CO, but more importantly, after we get some internet. So really CO ain't got nothing to do with it. We have had horrible, and I mean horrible internet here lately. Actually, I was doing a speed test before I got on the live stream, and like I was getting 0.7 download. That's even with the booster out here in the shop. I turned that booster off. I go to like 1 bar. You walk in that room over there, sometimes you get the old circle with a line through it. Signal's been horrible here lately, but I turn the booster on, I get 5 bars, but download has still been horrible. Luckily, upload's a little better, but it's still bad. But upload is what we need for, well, getting you the videos and doing the live stream. So I can tell you right now, over there underneath that metal roof, signal's not very good. It ain't happening. I just got to looking at some cell phone boosters. I wanted to get the one that I had out here in the shop. It has doubled, went up to $400 since last year. I love it. It actually works. But it went from $200 to $400, well, in about 12 months. I'm not paying that. That's just crazy. I don't know how they can justify that kind of increase for a little old box with some electronics in it, but we'll get it all figured out. We absolutely will. All right, Tiffany is firing up the Blackstone. We'll do some cooking here in just a minute. So LaShawn says, let's see here. Thanks for being cool and honest. Y'all gave me confidence, and y'all do, sounds like flip homes for a living. Yeah, that's probably been a crazy business to be in here lately. I don't know how you flip and repair or do anything right now. I'd imagine to flip, you probably just have to almost not do the repairs because the material's through the roof. I don't know how you get your money back out of it. It's just absolutely crazy. So Dan says, to what you keep calling an oak tree looks like a bad tree to have. In Quebec, French, it's called a crying tree because it attracts lightning. Oh, these trees do get struck. But we have what's called a southern yellow pine down here that'll grow 100 something, probably 150, 200 feet. They get huge and they're dense with resin. That's what all that fat wood lighter comes from. Those things are 100% your lightning rods. If a tree's going to get hit, it's pine trees. And I have some out there in the woods that are just gigantic, way over 100 foot tall, this big around, and I'm shocked. I have just a few left and the lightning hasn't got them. Oh, excuse me. So Kevin says, what kind of booster am I running? It's a WeBoost Home. Like I said, $200 last year. It was an excellent buy. $3.99 right now on Amazon, same place I bought it. I mean, it works. It really works, but daggum, doubled in 1 year. But WeBoost is kind of the industry leader from the research I was doing for home cell boosters. They're pretty awesome stuff. Let's see here. So I see welcome to a Sheila. Let's see here. Just popped in and say hello. Everything looking great. Thank you for jumping on. And again, if y'all are new, by all means, ask a question. That's what it's here for. Welder Man says $68 for a half-inch OSB where he's at. That is insane. That's an $11 sheet piece of wood right there. That's literally glued together scraps, and they want $68. This is just absolutely crazy. So, Michael asked, what about the oven? Did we get the part yet? So, spoiler alert, I've just got done editing that video today. It's about to be coming out, but yes, we got the oven repaired. It wound up being the DSI, Direct Spark Ignition Circuit Board. Circuit board this big. As soon as he replaced it, which is a good thing because the other parts were back ordered for 3 months, we found out. Man, the spark was there, and you could hear those solenoids that I was concerned about snap open. Here comes the gas. Fixed. So we have a working oven now, which is great. Just in time for moving in, and Tiffany can actually cook in the house. So glad we got that. So Mr. Doug, my goodness gracious, man. Thank you so much for your generosity. You just always amaze me. Mr. Doug just made a very generous donation, baby. Says general fund. Don't think we've started one of those yet. Well, I like the general fund because we're just going to call that the house fund. That's most likely where it's going.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then I see right behind him, Uncle Tim, as we call him. And here's a here's a very generous donation for the toenail polish fund.
I'm writing that one down.
No, you're not writing that one down.
I'm writing that one down.
Oh, well, Tiffany loved it. Thanks. I I can buy a lot of toenail polish for $50. I think. I don't know. Never bought any. How expensive is this stuff?
You have to go with me to the foot place to get our toes done.
She says I got to go with her to the foot spa to get my nails done. That ain't happening, Captain. That ain't happening at all. That reminds me of Lloyd on Dumb and Dumber when he got his nails done. They'd probably need that angle grinder to do mine. Oh, let's see here. Mr. Generous Doug, as we call him. So, John says Amazon now has the Wii Boost for $2.99. I literally checked 3 days ago and it was $3.99. Prices are all over the place. $300 is still kind of crazy. I'll let y'all in a little secret. I went with a different company yesterday, ordered it, and should be in this week. And if it works, we got a new cell phone booster video coming up because I really want to leave the Wii Boost out here in the shop. As I'm working, I may put a TV up out here. Plus, I just need cell phone signal in this big metal building. I didn't want to pull it out and put it in the house, but for $400, I was going to do that. I got one for an excellent price that I'm really hoping works. The reviews were good, and it had a bunch of reviews. So maybe I'll have one that I think I paid $179 for that'll work just as good as this Wii Boost. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, it can just go right back. Good old Amazon will take it. So Dan wants to know where the pool is. Hey, it was 80 degrees today. We almost could have pulled it out, but it was chilly this morning. Supposed to rain this week, cool off again. I think I've seen 60s and 40s coming up next weekend, something like that. So we're getting another cool snap. Not time to pull the pool out just yet. Not time. All right, belly flop in the pool, says Dan. Nope, it's coming though. We'll get there. 14 likes away from Andrew sticking the hand in the zapper. I did not agree to this. We're not doing the zapper. Y'all people are crazy. And Robert says, get a directional antenna for the booster. Well, just so happens I have one. And I finally found a new tower near me that wasn't on the app. And there's an app that you download on your phone to kind of figure out where the towers are. And I pointed it to it. I got 5 bars. I went from literally 1 bar in the shop to dropping calls to 5 bars. It made a heck of a difference. So, geez, Mr. Doug, man. I'm sure you maxed your YouTube limit out on that one. Goodness gracious. Golly, man. You're so extremely generous. Not to mention he's a Patreon member, too. I mean, come on. He says, got to give it to Uncle Tim. Toenail polish or house fun? You decide. Pretty sure that's going to be house fun, Mr. Doug. He says, got to run. Y'all have a good evening. Thank you so much for jumping on. Get your butt down here and do some fishing with me and get your face in front of this camera on the live stream. I've been trying to get him down here, y'all. Y'all keep pestering Mr. Doug to come down and see me. Oh, goodness gracious. Definitely not going to toenail polish.
Thank you, Mr. Doug.
So there's Robert right here with the cell phone booster fun. Now see, that's a good fun, Robert. We truly do appreciate you right there. That's a worthy cause. Much better than painting my toenails. So thank you, Robert. Truly do appreciate you.
Thank you, Mr. Robert.
Yep. So there's Blake and Becky's. When's Doug coming to the live stream? Boy, I've been on Mr. Doug about it. He was supposed to come a little while back, and he got him a new job and a promotion. Very happy for him, and it really tied up his vacation schedule. But I'm trying to get him down this year. We're gonna see if we can get him down this year. I want to get him on the coast so he can do some trout and red fishing. I think he wants to do a little bit of that, and we have some other things we want to do for him. Not to mention, we want to wine and dine him, so to speak, because he has been so unbelievably generous to us. And Tiffany wants to cook for Mr. Doug too. So I know he's probably not on here no more. Get your butt down here. Do it. So what was the first car that I had? It was a what year was it? 93, 94, 95, something like that. Maybe it was 95. Green GMC regular cab with a 4.3 liter V6. It was a full-size truck with a 4.3 liter. And I drove the heck out of that truck. Then sold it to somebody else that drove the heck out of that truck, and it was still going. Of course, the next guy had a heavy foot, and I think he had to wind up replacing the transmission in it. But that was my first one. A lot of memories made in that truck right there. Absolutely a lot.
1992 Honda, Nissan Altima.
Yeah. She used to be crazy Nissan fan. And when I first met her, I wasn't crazy about them because I was always paying the repair bills on those Nissans. But she went through an Altima craze where she was buying Nissan Altimas left and right. We need to stick a hand in zapper fund. Oh, goodness. You better get that fund on up there. I ain't shocking myself for free.
All right, I think we might be about ready here.
All All right, so Miss Tiffany says we are ready. So if you're new to the channel, I know several of y'all are, this is where I get shaky with the phone. She's gonna cook on the Blackstone. For some reason, we started this tradition a while back, and we're gonna keep it going. But I will keep answering your questions. All right, turn this around. There's that old ugly mug. And let's head over here. There's old D-Walk kicking. The old gnat getter right there. Turn this bad boy off. Let's see what we got going on over here. All right, so what we got? We've had a few more people ask, what's for dinner?
All right, so if y'all missed it, we are doing roasted cauliflower on the Blackstone, and we're also gonna do, I just went blank, roast beef sliders, sorry. Yep.
There you go. So Joshua said he replaced his wife Ultima because it was a money pit. I agree.
Yeah,
So
we'll
are all
never
of
have again.
Tiffany's.
We will never have another one, that's for sure.
Yeah. So Miss Shonda said, did anybody else see poor Bullet slide off the chair?
Did
Oh,
he?
did he? Well, that's because he's over there. Look at him. He's over there fluffing his blanket right now and about to flip the thing over. Watch him. Oh, now you're getting shy, bashful because I got the camera on you. All right. Well, that old man will be all right.
All right, so what I did with this cauliflower is I put just a little bit of water in this glass dish, covered it with tin foil, and put it in the oven on about 250 for about a good hour now, I guess.
Well, then it's already cooked.
Yeah, it's a little steamed.
Yeah. All right, so flipping through some more comments here. So Cheyenne says, hope y'all had a good week. So close to that CO, we've had an excellent week.
Yes.
Other than some nasty weather that rolled through, it's been a beautiful week right
Very
here.
exciting.
Yep, and we passed those inspections, which was awesome. Let's see what else we got here. All right. Looks like they almost had a deleted comment. That's what I see everybody talking about. Shame on whatever that comment was.
All right, we're going to do some cow camp.
This old horrible cow camp that somebody named Cash sent us. We use it all the time, but I swear we ain't put a dent in that bottle.
I know.
We don't use it like Cash
We
does.
use it very lightly.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. Well, moderators, I don't know what was said, but thank y'all for taking care of the comment. Those things do happen on here. So goes being live. So Joshua says he still needs to get some cow camp in Everglades. I recommend them. Absolutely. Speaking of Everglades, you putting any of that on that right there, or did you when I wasn't paying attention?
What's that?
On the
No,
vegetables.
I didn't.
Okay.
That would have been a good idea, though.
Yeah. So Roger says he had his wife watch last week. Now he has 3 more days to have her Blackstone in the backyard.
All right.
And she wants to know when the cookbook is coming out.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get to a cookbook. We're going to try to get to a cooking channel. So what do you got going on over here?
All right, so these are my Hawaiian roll sliders here.
And boy, most of y'all probably had Hawaiian rolls, the most sweet, great rolls. That's what really helps make this dish. Sorry I'm shaking the camera. I had a mosquito biting me. I had to get him. Raw cauliflower. Well, we actually do eat it raw. We had some in a salad just a couple nights ago. She makes an excellent broccoli and cauliflower salad. Oh, it is so good.
Yep, breaking them apart now.
So does the grill ever get used? This one does. We'll do steaks on the old Weber. The gas grill actually gets used quite often. We use it for an oven because, well, we're living out of a camper out here in the shop and we don't have an oven. So a gas grill works out very well. And this is our pizza peel that was sent in to us. Thank you so much. It's getting its use tonight.
There we go.
Yeah, William says as soon as his back gets better and he can go get him a Blackstone, he's getting one. You'll love it. You absolutely will.
All right, so if any of y'all that shop at Costco, this is a must.
Yes, that is
We
really
love this roast beef right here.
good. It is really good. Costco has turned out to be a pretty awesome place for us. We used to do the Sam's, but nah, not anymore. Costco is the place to go if you need some excellent prices. Order stuff in bulk. So, Mr. Mike, thank you so much for being generous, making a donation. Says to the general fund. I agree. That's the general fund right there. There's the money pit. We'll just call it the house fund. Chris said salad. LOL. I've seen how you eat. Hey, man, we eat tons of salads. We really do. And we eat tons of vegetables. We just, for some reason, don't really cook them on the live stream. Now, my problem is I'll go back and get like 2 or 3 plates. Paint the nails fund. Nope, not happening. All right. Thank everybody for jumping on. Thanks, Miss Tiffany, for cooking. All right.
Oh, almost forgot. This is my topping for my sliders.
Yes, this is what
here.
really makes these things so good.
Yep. I'll get that going.
Okay, she ain't got her seasoning in there yet. Yeah, butter. Well, butter makes everything better. So Robert says he gets their roasted chicken and shreds it for meal prepping. I tell you what, Robert, have you had their pre-made chicken salad? They do it with those rotisserie chickens. Oh my goodness. It's a meal in itself. But yes, their rotisserie chickens are awesome. So Mr. Robert says, a pizza peel and food scoop. You mean our shovel? He says, you guys are prepared.
Yes. Thanks to some of our viewers.
Yes, y'all been so generous. Everybody keeps hooking us up with all kinds of stuff here. All right. Warming up the old roast beef. And now everybody wants me to paint my toenails for thumbs up. Ain't happening. That ain't happening. And Chris wants to know if you're putting cheese on this.
Absolutely. And there's cheese going on the cauliflower too.
There you go, Chris. We're doubling the cheese up tonight, my friend. Yeah. Shauna says it looks yummy. All right. Go get them clean. In the meantime, look at that beautiful tree. I do love springtime, but fall is probably my favorite. Get past the heat of summer, but look at this yard. It was just brown. Now we're mowing. Everything is blooming. Birds are chirping. 'Tis springtime in Florida. Here you go, Chris.
All right, I got some Colby Jack here. I was limited on my ingredients. Sometimes I would probably just use provolone or Swiss, but just use whatever you like.
Doesn't matter, as long as it's cheese, right? Double cheese and toenail polish can't get better than that, says Cash. Ain't happening. Oh, goodness gracious. Here comes Uncle Tim again with another donation to Video Fund for Andrew gets his pedicure. Oh, my goodness gracious.
What did we start on that?
I don't know, man. Y'all get crazy with some of this stuff.
Goodness.
At least y'all didn't want me to electrocute myself. No, I don't know. Y'all did talk about that tonight, too.
I'm going to show you what I put in here for my topping.
And what she's about to make here, I'm telling y'all.
So I did a half a stick of butter here. And then just put as much Worcestershire as you like. I do about 3 dashes.
What do you call that? Worcestershire?
W sauce.
Yeah, W sauce. There we go. Hey.
And some spicy brown mustard.
Yes.
I do about 2 tablespoons.
This is the ticket, y'all. I see a lot of laughy faces. I must have missed a comment.
Some dried chopped onion. Do about a tablespoon of that. Lots of garlic. Do it to your liking.
Yes. That's our kind of garlic right there. Pile it in there.
Do a little camp.
Cow camp, which is also garlicky and salty.
And lots of pepper.
Now that's how you top something. So what app do I use to locate cell towers? I can't remember, and I can't get off the phone since I'm live streaming on it, but I think I just went to the App Store and typed in cell locator. Try that. Pretty sure that's the one that I use.
Got a little brown there.
Yeah, Blackstone's a little hot. That's all right.
I have it on low too.
Check that out. Yeah, well, this whole thing, this cast iron, it gets hot. Scoop that right on. And that's just one sandwich. That's my sandwich right there she's making. Don't worry, we're going to eat this tomorrow and probably tomorrow night. So Mike asked, how long does it take to mow? So all this, what's behind the building this way, we got to mow all the way around the perimeter, all the way around my food plot, and this pasture takes me around 7+ hours, so a full day pretty much. That's including me mowing out there with a tractor, zero turning all this, because the zero turn's just quicker going around things. So it's a full day every time I mow, and in the summertime, that's one time a week. But keep in mind, the plan is here to run, there used to be an old fence right here that we tore down. It was just dilapidated. We're going to put it back, and eventually this is going back to pasture for some cows and goats and horses, and we're going to build some pens out here for all that and put some chickens somewhere. So I'm only going to wind up mowing this before long. That's for grazing. That is just pasture for animals. In the meantime, I'm keeping it mowed to keep all the weeds and stuff down. Oh, missing Chris.
Right.
Chris's favorite part, more cheese. Yeah. So, all right, more people saying Daniel gave us a shout out on his live stream. I'll have to go watch that. We've just been busy having our own. And everybody keeps talking about Broken Arrow Bison Ranch. We'll have to see what's going on over there. I've seen a few people talk about that. I am not too terribly familiar. I've heard of it, have not watched that recently, so I don't know if something's went on over there. We'll have to see. I think I've heard Daniel talk about that. Isn't that where he gets his meat from, I think? All right, Henderson's or Casey's jumping off, says he's walking in to eat dinner. I'm about to walk in to eat dinner myself. So check this out that she's putting on there, y'all. That buttered topping is so good. Oh, it is so good. Everybody asking about painted toenails. It ain't happening. Dash of horseradish. I am not a horseradish fan. Sorry.
All right, this is done.
Check that out right there. Awesome sauce says, who's that says that? Was that Crystal maybe? Somebody on here says awesome sauce. So Robert says, does Florida have ag exemptions? Absolutely. We are zoned Ag 2 here. Probably one of the biggest industries around is logging. All these pine trees and all that merchantable timber out there does qualify us. And once we add animals out here and start selling them and paying our taxes on that, we can have a different type of ag exemption. And it really, really helps. Look at that big old scoop. The pizza peel works. Yes, that is. Oh, that looks so good. Check that out.
Yummy.
Now we're talking. All right, Joshua's got to jump off. And Bobby says Daniel does get his bisons from Cross Timbers Bisons. All right, I knew it was one of those channels on there. I couldn't quite remember who it was. All right, one last look, y'all, and I think we are about to go eat. It's a cheese top cauliflower. Check these sliders out with that cheese melting out the side. Oh my goodness. So good.
Yes,
so good.
So easy.
And very easy. I'm telling y'all, that's always a hit when she carries those to get-togethers and cookouts.
You can make them any way you want.
Yeah, and throw them right in a toaster oven or a regular oven.
Yep.
Does not matter. And put whatever you want in there.
Okay.
All right, y'all. I think we are going to jump off. So congratulations on the inspection, says Jonathan. Truly do appreciate that. It's been a heck of a week. Let me get that down. It's been a fun week, without a doubt. We finally
really
passed
excited.
it. Yep, we'll keep y'all updated on the CO and as we move in, and then we're jumping into all the fun projects. So thank you for cooking. The meal looks awesome. I already know it's going to be. It always is. Thank y'all so much for your extreme generosity here tonight.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for watching, subscribing, being a part of our lives, and spending your Sunday afternoon with us. It means a heck of a lot. We got a lot of videos coming this week, and I guess we'll catch y'all next weekend on the next live stream.
Yes.
Y'all take care. God bless.
Bye.
See y'all later. See ya.